All right, 1.4. So we're looking at complex numbers. So again, a review from intermediate algebra. Let me see, where's my pen? There it is. Okay, so we're going to treat I like we do a variable. Okay, same rules as we would for x. So if I'm doing 2x plus 3x, I could add that and get 5x, and it's the same thing if you are using I. Okay, the only difference here is that we say whenever we get an I squared, we're going to say that is -1. Okay, so here we would treat this like a variable. You would just combine like terms. So here I would just drop the parentheses. And then I can add 5 plus 8. That would give me a 13. And then I have -6i plus 8i would give me a positive 2i. Okay, and you always want to put I at the very end. Okay, so the number term will come first, and then the I term will come last. The second problem is a subtraction problem. So if you recall from some of our previous stuff, we're going to want to distribute the minus sign because I'm subtracting this entire term in parentheses. So this is a minus, sometimes that happens in the bathroom, minus 6. Where did that go? There. Oh, that's one thing that the program is doing for some reason. There we go. Minus 6 minus 2i. There we go. And we'll go over here. Okay, and then we can combine these like terms. So we have a -1 minus 6 will give us a -7. And then I have, let's see, we have a negative I, so that's a -1 minus 2. So that'll be a -3i. So -7 minus 3i there. All right, on our next problem, we're going to distribute. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go 6i times 4. Okay, that'll give us a 6 times 4, 24i. And then I'm going to go 6i times 5i. And that'll give me a positive. 6 times 5 will give me 30. And then I times I will give me I squared. Okay, then I'm going to apply the rule where I squared equals -1. So this I squared is going to turn into a -1. So what I do is I just cross it out and I put a -1 right there. And then you would do 30 times -1, which would give you a -30. Okay, and then you want the I term last. So I'm going to take the 24i and I'm going to put it after the 30. And it's a positive 24. So it's going to be -30 plus 24i. (1.4). Okay, and then we can FOIL like we do for I'm sorry? You can look it up after class. We need to move forward. Okay, so we're going to FOIL. Here we're going to do our first. So we're going to go 5 times 2 will give us a positive 10. And then our outsides will do 5 times -i. That will give us a -5i. Then we have a 2i times 2. That will give us a positive 4i. And then we have a 2i times -i. So that'll be a positive times a negative. So that'll give us a -2. And then I times I will be I squared. So 2 things to do here. We're going to first take this I squared. We're going to cross it out. That's going to be a -1. Okay, so then that's going to be -2 times -1 at the end. So that's going to become a positive 2. And if we bring down the rest of the problem, Okay, we can then combine like terms. So we have a 10 plus 2 would give us a 12. And then we have a negative 5i plus 4i will give us a negative 1i. So we can just do minus I. We don't need to write the 1 in front of our I. In number 5, we're doing a division. Okay, so with division, when we have an I in the denominator, okay, we don't want to have the I in the denominator, so we have to get rid of it. So we are going to multiply by something called the complex conjugate. Okay, so I'm going to write that down underneath here as soon as I can find where my pen went. There it went. Okay, so we're going to say this is the complex It's giving me some issues. Hold on. All right, hold on a second. I'm going to switch my tablet.